right, so first, Coach, why don't you go ahead and tell us about yourself, your name, coaching career items, all that good stuff.
Hi, my name is Jordan Hosey, second year coaching here at Tech. First semester actually for head track and cross country coach for both the men and women here. I graduated from West Liberty University with my bachelor's and master's degree, and then accepted a coaching position here last August of 2022. And so yeah, I've been here for about a year and a half, and looking forward to the future.
All right, and the athletes, Carmen, why don't you go ahead first, introduce yourself.
Of course, I'm Carmen Camino. I'm from Spain and I'm a senior in WVU Tech. I'm currently finishing my major in mathematics.
And tell us the other degree you already got.
I graduated last year from civil engineering.
Awesome. And go ahead.
Hi, my name is Zachary Pika. I'm from Ponca City, Oklahoma. I am a junior here. My major is criminal justice. I currently have an associate's in criminal justice, but I'm working for my bachelor's now. And I am a distance runner.
All right. And how did you end up coming to Tech, Zachary?
I went to Garden City Community College in Kansas for 2 years, and I got a text from Jordan, an offer, and then I just committed here last summer.
Awesome. All right, and Coach, tell us a little bit about your training philosophy this season. It's probably a little different. I know you guys are in indoor right now, so if you want to tell us a little bit about indoor and if there's any changes for outdoor.
Yeah, for sure. So try and combine a few things from what I learned since I've been at Tech the past year and a half, but also some training things that work for me when I ran as a college athlete. Like track a little bit different, obviously, than cross country, bringing more events and elements. Like it's really a combination of 20 plus events all into one sport. So it's a lot to handle at times, but I feel like we have a good routine. Just consistency every week is the main thing. Trying to get in the weight room a couple of days a week with the throwers, jumpers, sprinters, and then distance runners. We're trying to make hurdle drills and core a weekly routine. Same with usual practice Tuesday, Friday, or Saturday, depending if we have meets on the weekends. But I think we have a good plan with everyone going forward, and communication is definitely a huge thing with me. As long as we have a good working relationship and know what everyone's doing and what they should be doing, I think we'll have a good plan moving forward, and look forward to seeing what everyone can accomplish later this season.
And let's see, Carmen, what areas are you as an individual focusing on this year?
This year I'm focusing on my training and injury prevention for my sport because I want to do steeplechase in order to get a lot of strength, and I need to be very careful with my knees. So that's what I'm trying to focus. Jordan and I are going to the gym twice a week, doing all the exercises, as I said, being consistent and working towards improving. So that's something that I'm really, really focusing more than other years, and hopefully I can see some results in outdoor track.
And as a team for the women, what are you guys focusing on?
Good relationship about our teammates, get along, practice together, and build confidence among each other, because we need to rely on each other, especially during the winter. So that's what we're doing. We want people to feel welcome in our team.
And Zachary, tell us a little bit about your individual goals for this season.
I try to work out every single day of the week, and I try to maintain the same amount of mileage just so I can stay in shape.
And what about the men's team? What are you guys focusing on?
I think just being consistency. We kind of had an issue with people not showing up to practice, and I think that's kind of like the main goal is to hold each other accountable and to make sure everyone's showing up to practice and doing what needs to be done.
And Coach, talk about your schedule. I know you guys have one meet left in the indoor, and then before conference, and then talk about also a little bit about the outdoor schedule.
Yeah, so right now we're just training this week, trying to get ready for our conference meet. So indoor conference is on February 17th. That'll be our last meet unless anyone has a really good performance there, qualifies for indoor nationals. I think there's an outside chance for 2, maybe 3 people tops, so hoping for that, but we'll see what happens on that day. But either if people don't qualify, I still think we can run some really good times and have marks with throwing and jumping. So excited to see what we can accomplish. I think a lot better than what we did last year. For outdoor side, I think we're planning to open up on March 15th, March 16th that weekend, so the weekend right after spring break. And then we'll have a weekend pretty much every weekend until the end of April, so about 6, including our conference meet at the end of April. And I think just having people do consistent meets, and ideally people are running faster at the end of the season than the beginning. I think a few school records could go down. Carmen holds a lot of the middle distance time, so anytime she sets a new personal best, it's automatically a school record, so that's pretty cool. We do have a really good freshman high jumper coming in. He won the state championship last year, so I think he could contend really well for us. And really just everyone else trying to get consistent improvement throughout the year. I think a few guys, potentially this steeplechase school record by 1 or 2 guys, but we'll just see how training goes, and hopefully we can have some good success by the end of the year.
And let's see, Zachary, talk a little bit about the River States Conference. I know track and field is a little bit more of an individual sport, but talk about some of the competition that you might see in the conference.
Well, it is my first year here, so I only experienced it with cross country. It was quite difficult, in my opinion. It was a lot harder than what I faced in Kansas. Me personally, I do take it as more of a it's like a personal challenge. The real challenge is facing against yourself in this sport. Me personally, facing anybody else doesn't really matter as long as I'm improving and getting the times that I want and I need. Then it's always going to be a win.
And Carmen, you've been in the conference now for a couple of years. Is there anybody you're looking forward to competing against, or talk a little bit about the conference for us?
In the last 2 years, we have had a lot of teams joining the conference, so the level and competitivity has gone up, that's for sure. There were 10 girls in front of me during cross country. I think 4 of them will compete in my events during track, and my expectation is to beat their times and, as I was saying, get some personal best, and hopefully that's going to be it. There was a girl who went to nationals a few years ago in my main event, which is steeplechase, and my goal is to run against her pretty much for conference.
Awesome. And Coach, if you could track down one thing that the team must do to be successful this season, what would it be?
Yeah, so going off what Zach said earlier about consistency is definitely a huge thing, and I mentioned communication as well. Like, those are 2 emphases that I really preach to my team early on in the semester and constantly throughout the year. So as long as we're doing that, I think we have a good foundation. The team as a whole is pretty young, a lot of freshman guys and a couple of girls that are new to the sport. So I think if we can start them off on good habits moving forward, I think over the coming years they will develop and hopefully be able to run some good times and have some good marks. It just takes consistency over weeks and months, and building that into a good program, I think it will be very possible.
All right, that's it. Thank you, guys.